everyone out there. First, I want to thank God for allowing me today to come on my granddaughter Bella. Hey Bella.
Hi.
Thank you for coming over, Grandma. I love you.
Love you too.
You are an inspiration to me. You've been my supporter. And I thank you so much. Okay, first of all, I would like to talk about different cancers that I had in my lifetime, and I just finished clavicle cancer. So I hope my story can be an inspiration to people all over the world. You know, for me telling my story, I wanted to tell my story for such a long time. But I was like, how am I going to get my story out? You know, I was thinking about doing events, you know, like a time of sharing. You know, I thought about even like, you know, like different things. But God been so good to me. You know, my son said, Mom, why you don't do podcast? You know, and I was like, what is podcast? But he showed me, he sent me the video and everything. And I was like, oh wow, I'm so happy. Wow, I can get my story out like that. I mean, I was like really like, oh wow, you know. So here I am today, you know, talk about my story, like different cancers. I'm a full-time cancer survivor. The first cancer I had was nasopharyngeal. It was in the back of my nose. The second one I had was thyroid cancer. The third one I had was colon cancer. And the last one I had, not too long ago, I'm undergoing chemotherapy very soon, which is the clavicle. You know, I just had surgery and everything like that. And I'm healing, but today is basically on telling my story, on how I'm dealing with the cancer, you know. It's not easy, but all the support I have, you know, I want to give thanks to the Lord, Father, Creator of heaven and earth, that created everything, that He created everything was ultimately good. He made no mistake. So I keep my faith in the Lord, the higher power, and I pray to His Son Jesus Christ every night and every day to keep my health and to keep my children. And to let me tell my story and to let people know that they're not alone, even through, you know, going through COVID. You know, it's not easy. It's a lot of stressful things out here, you know, dealing with the shooting in Texas, you know, the young children. Nobody deserves to be shot down like animals. People in Boston, you know, I give my condolences, the family, friends, you know, it's not easy. You know, but I want you to know that you're not alone. You know, first thing, first cancer I would like to talk about is my nasopharyngeal cancer. How, when I was told, I was only 17 years old at the time, you know, and I didn't know anything about no cancer, anything like that. The fact that I didn't kill people, you know, You know, it was really like hard. You know, my mom, my auntie, you know, they took me to the hospital. Like different opinions I had. The last one I had, and they said it was nasopharyngeal cancer. What is nasopharyngeal cancer? It's like cancer in the back of your nose. You know, they can't do surgery. So the only thing they had to do was like radiation and chemotherapy. So I had radiation and chemotherapy. Mine, back in the 80s, you know, I had like dealing with chemotherapy as a young child, a teenager, you know. Still didn't know what I was dealing with, but I went in the hospital like for 2 weeks and I was getting chemotherapy. I'm sorry. You know, it's been a long time. You know, I want to get my story out. You know, I'm not crying because I'm sad. You know, I'm crying because, you know, I'm thankful and I'm like really grateful, you know, to be here today. You know, it's not easy, but you know, support a family and friends, it helps a lot. You know, I keep God number one in my life because He is the healer. And I'm a witness to that. Not one time, not 2 times, not 3 times, but 4 times. And I'm still here. I give all praise to the higher power. He is really awesome. He keeps me living today. You know, He favored me. He had mercy on me. And I'm so thankful. I am really thankful. You know, to be here, to be with my grandchild, be with my children, you know, my family and friends. I am grateful and so thankful. You know, it wasn't easy, you know, like I said. You know, after the chemotherapy, it took all my hair off. You know, I was sick, I was throwing up. You know, and it was not easy. You know, after the chemotherapy, you know, I had the radiation. Going through radiation, it wasn't easy. You know, like I said, in the 80s, it's not like new technology. Like, I walked around, before I started my radiation, I walked around with marks on my face because they had to mark the area where they were to give the radiation. You know, and I was kind of like ashamed, you know. I was like, you know, people look at me, you know, laugh at me or stare at me, you know, because I had black body markers on my face, you know. But I went through that for some weeks, you know, on my radiation therapy. I had to wear it every day, you know. But after the radiation I had, you know, I had to undergo other side effects in my life. Besides the treatment. The treatment, chemo, mainly the radiation. Yeah. Impairment, my speech. I have trouble, like, talking, like, the words come out. It's like sometimes, like, it don't come out as clear, and I have, like, hearing loss, a hearing loss. I can't hear myself talk at times. I'm with hearing it, and impairment that intentionally, like, it's not easy. Like I said, I see God first. I pray a lot, and I have a lot of faith in a higher power. I really have faith in God. God is really awesome. Even the time when I didn't know him back then, when I was young, out here, but I want to say, even growing up now, like my teenager age and years, growing up, not just dealing with like cancer, people deal with like other things, like dealing with people. Like me, I have to worry about like when I'm around people. I don't know if I'm being insecure or whatever, but it's like I feel like, people, judge me, the way I talk and the way I look, not mainly the way I look, but, the way I talk and the way I act, and it's not easy. Going through certain things in life, dealing with sickness, dealing with people, so, I think God I have a wonderful family. I have awesome children, my grandchildren. You see, I have Bella. Bella has a big support for me, as well as on my treatment, and even Morgan, and Nevaeh, they come and they be like, you okay, Grandma? They hug and they kiss me. Sometimes I'm not feeling well. Bella and Morgan come in the room, and they just like, one time it's like, my pressure is really high. And Morgan and Bella came in and they was my nurse. You remember that time, Bella? Which thing you and Morgan did to me?
We put ice on your head and then we asked you if you was okay.
I was really feeling like I was in a hospital. I was like, ooh, oh my goodness. Y'all make me feel really, really good, And I felt the love, young kids that understand, the feeling how, grandmother, you don't get that too much, but I'm very grateful for you, Bella and Morgan. Morgan, I hear today, but maybe next time she'll come on with us, right? But, I thank you for being one of my supporters, I really appreciate it. How you feel when Grandma was like in a hospital and like going through what I was going through in the hospital, and when I came home, how you feel about it?
I actually feel scared and a little sad.
Oh, you were sad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Why you were sad?
Because last time when I was at the doctor, and then I had to go to the doctor. They said I was not allowed to come because I had to be 12. And then when I left, I would start crying because I missed you so much when you was in the doctor.
Okay, maybe because of COVID, they didn't want people in the hospital.
No, it's not because of that, because I missed you, and I was thinking of time we spent times together,
Oh,
and
okay.
then it made me want to cry.
Oh, so you miss Grandma, right?
Yes.
Oh, I love you, Bella. That was so nice. And I was like really disappointed because, you know, I didn't get to see you, but I know like you came up here. So that meant a lot to me, you know, just knowing that you was here, you know, in the hospital, and you went to see Grandma. Wow, that's really, really nice. You know, so you see I have like a lot of support from my family and my friends. My in-law, you know, I want to thank my son-in-law, Peter, you know, for setting this up for me today. You know, making it happen, you know, for me. Because this is what I want, you know, I'm like really like a little nervous, whatever, and I will, like next time I, you know, come on and everything, I will be giving more detail,
Yeah.
like about my chances and how I really feel and the outcome, you know, that I'm still going through from today. You know, it's not easy living in a world of society today, going through certain things in your life, and people don't realize and understand, you know, like what people go through in life, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, they judge you by the way you look,
Yeah.
the way you talk, you know, that's not nice.
And this people in school that bully each other is like maybe that's something that's happening at home,
Right.
because some people bully each other at school.
Wow, they bully people?
Yeah, and they push.
See, that's one of the things too, bullying. You know, bullying, gunfire, people getting killed.
Yeah, and
Or,
that's why they made non-bullying day. That's the week. That's when you stop bullying people.
Right.
So if like it's like something like if you bullied someone, it's maybe something that happened at home or something that happened at school. Because if you stop, if somebody was fighting and then you can't stop the fight, or because if they was fighting and somebody was being mean to somebody, and then they was trying to say something, but if they just say something mean, it's gonna get worse.
Right.
So to make it like if you wanna, if somebody's fighting, you don't have to bother them if they're bullying somebody. Just if they're being mean to somebody.
Right.
My teacher told me if somebody's being mean to each other and they're not being nice and somebody's bullying each other, to get them out of the
The classroom?
no, to get them out of the fight. So my teacher said if somebody's in a fight and you have to just say, oh, do you want to play with me at recess or sit with me at lunch? For the other person, because every time, if you were sitting at a table with somebody that's your other friend and they don't like each other,
Right.
and then if you sitting with them, and then they both didn't like each other, and they were sitting right next to them, if they was fighting and then they was telling the teacher, they're like, that if that made somebody, like me, imagine if, because this happened to me, so imagine if somebody was feeling like really sad, they
Right.
might be feeling like really like,
Right, really sad, right?
yeah,
So that's part of like, you know, it's
Life.
like emotional. You know, that's a part of another sickness people have mentally, you know, and even physically, you know. And that's not nice at all, you know. So it's, you know, that's
yeah,
a thing, you know, that's another topic we can talk about, you know, too. But, you know, we're going to finish discussing that another time. And I appreciate you sharing that with me because no one needs to be bullied, right?
Yeah, and one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's how people be shy and like scared because if somebody was bullying and we went first day at school and then somebody bullied you, like you was brave when you came to school, somebody bullied you, and then you're gonna start feeling shy and you might
So
think,
you're going to feel like kind of scared?
yeah, like you might think, what if I go to school and they start
Like fighting you?
yeah,
Bullying
bullying
you?
me, and they're gonna think, oh, I'm gonna be so embarrassed. So that's how people sometimes be shy.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's not nice at all. Really, it's not nice because, it goes back like when I'm talking
When people
about
get
like with the
slaved.
cancer, like, people judge you
Yeah.
and, they want to like, oh, she got a magic marker thing, like, why she have that on thing? Like if she's crazy or something, like it just makes you feel like, even like words like that, you already going through treatment, chemo, radiation, you gotta deal with, not just sickness, but people in general. And it's not easy, but, when you have the support of your family and friends, you can talk to them, And that's one of the reasons why that I want to tell my story, because I want to let people know that you're not alone. I have my time, that I go through, certain things. You can be strong at times, At times you're going to break down. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with trying,
Yeah.
When you try, it makes you feel better. Like for me, if I try, it makes me feel really good.
Oh yeah.
And I would be like, oh wow.
But
And then I can like, re, something in I can like, go through like, days, like, do what I need to do to be strong, like, to be the person that I am.
yeah.
Warrior Queen. That's my name. I'm a cancer survivor warrior queen. And that's why I'm here today, my granddaughter Bella. I want to share my story. I want to be, hopefully, I pray that I can be an inspiration to people all around the world. Okay? And this is my first
Video.
podcast, And the next time I'm going to really, really get into detail of how I really feel and like how you can overcome your fears and overcome like
And I got
you can overcome like like sickness like when you stay positive and you try to stay strong. Try to get all the family support you can with your friends, and number one, you keep God first, because God, like I said, is a healer, okay?
yeah.
The doctors can minister treatment to you, but God is the one that will heal you,
Yeah.
mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I am a living witness.
And
I have so many testimonies that I want to share today with you all. But I'm going to share it with the next time I come on. Thank you so very much for listening to my podcast. You can subscribe. Thank you very much. You want to say anything before we leave? All right.
No, wait. Actually, I gotta say, if somebody been mean to somebody, and if somebody been mean to somebody, and then that's maybe how they be shy, and if they've been shy, God is by your side, and He's gonna say, never give up. You try your best.
Right. You haven't can't give up. You gotta be strong, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time.